Van Halen's name is synonymous with rock stardom, a band whose electrifying music and legendary performances captivated millions. At the heart of their success stood four distinct personalities, each contributing to their meteoric rise. Among them was bassist Michael Anthony, whose soaring harmonies and steady bass lines added depth to iconic tracks like Running with the Devil and Panama. However, behind the scenes, the story was far from harmonious. Today, Alex Van Halen opens up about his long-simmering feelings toward Anthony, shedding light on the creative tensions and personal struggles that defined their relationship. Van Halen's journey began with camaraderie and shared ambition. Michael Anthony was a key element of the band's signature sound, his vocal harmonies and reliable rhythms anchoring Eddie Van Halen's guitar wizardry and Alex's thunderous drumming. But as the band's fame grew, so did cracks in their relationships. Alex, known for his disciplined approach and relentless work ethic, found himself increasingly at odds with Anthony's laid-back personality. For Alex, music was a sacred craft, while Anthony often seemed more focused on the perks of rock stardom. By the mid-1980s, creative tensions bubbled over. Alex and Eddie, the driving forces behind Van Halen's sound, felt Anthony contributed little to the songwriting process. The brothers were perfectionists, obsessively refining every note and rhythm, while Anthony's more relaxed approach created frustration during grueling recording sessions. Alex recalls late nights in the studio, tirelessly perfecting drum tracks, only to feel Anthony wasn't fully engaged. To Alex, this lack of commitment was a betrayal of the band's ethos. When Sammy Hagar replaced David Lee Roth as lead singer in 1985, the dynamics shifted further. Hagar and Anthony became close friends, presenting a united front that deepened the divide within the band. Their camaraderie, marked by shared jokes and indulgences, stood in stark contrast to the Van Halen brothers' intense focus. For Alex, this growing separation made Anthony feel less like an ally and more like a source of discord. The breaking point came in 2006 when the Van Halen brothers replaced Anthony with Eddie's teenage son, Wolfgang Van Halen. This controversial decision shocked fans and drew criticism, as Anthony's backing vocals had become as iconic as Eddie's guitar solos. But for Alex, the move was a way to regain control of the band's direction. Anthony's perceived lack of creative involvement and alignment with Hagar made him, in Alex's eyes, expendable. For Anthony, however, it was a deeply personal rejection that shattered any remaining goodwill between him and the Van Halen brothers. Anthony's struggles extended beyond the band. His friendship with Hagar, while a source of comfort, came with its challenges. Their joint projects, such as Chickenfoot, were often compared to Van Halen, with critics questioning whether Anthony was merely riding on Hagar's coattails. Fans and media also criticized Anthony's limited role in Van Halen's songwriting, overshadowing his contributions as a performer. These perceptions stung, reinforcing the dismissive attitudes he faced within the band. Offstage, Anthony faced the toll of fame on his personal life. The endless touring, late-night shows, and rock star lifestyle created a chasm between him and his family. Torn between his role as a devoted father and the demands of stardom, Anthony struggled with guilt for missing precious family moments. For him, the spotlight was both exhilarating and isolating, reflecting his triumphs, but also exposing his vulnerabilities. The media often portrayed Anthony as the weakest link in a band synonymous with musical innovation. His affable nature endeared him to fans, but was misinterpreted by critics as complacency. While Eddie and Alex Van Halen were hailed as larger-than-life figures, Anthony was frequently sidelined. His soaring harmonies, a cornerstone of Van Halen's sound, were overshadowed by Eddie's guitar pyrotechnics and Alex's thunderous drumming. Despite his integral role, Anthony found himself labeled as a supporting player, a stereotype he quietly endured. Even after leaving Van Halen, Anthony couldn't escape the shadow of his former band. Critics questioned whether his post-Van Halen success was truly his own or simply a continuation of the band's legacy. Behind his trademark smile, Anthony carried the weight of being underestimated, both as a musician and a person. His journey became one of quiet resilience, navigating fame's complexities while striving to prove his worth in a world quick to judge and slow to appreciate. Today, as Alex Van Halen reflects on their shared years, the story of Michael Anthony is one of contrasts. His steady bass lines and harmonies were integral to Van Halen's sound, but behind the scenes, creative and personal tensions told a different story. For Alex, the challenges of working with Anthony were a reminder of the sacrifices required to keep Van Halen at the pinnacle of rock. For Anthony, his legacy is bittersweet, celebrated for his contributions, yet marked by the emotional toll of conflict and underappreciation. Ultimately, Michael Anthony's story is a testament to resilience. It's the tale of a man who endured setbacks and challenges, but remained steadfast in his commitment to music and the fans who embraced it. His legacy, like that of Van Halen itself, is one of triumphs and tensions, soaring highs tempered by moments of struggle. Through it all, Anthony's journey serves as a powerful reminder of the cost of chasing the rock and roll dream.